In this video, we are going to learn how to solve a quadratic equation. In our case, it's x squared minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0 in 3 different ways. We can do it by factorizing, by using the quadratic formula, and by completing the square. We'll look at each of these 3 steps and you decide which one you prefer. So we shall start with factorizing. Okay, there are different kind of factorizing, so different people learn different ways. So I'm going to teach you 3 ways and you choose which one you like. Okay, so for example, if the equation is x squared minus 2x minus 3, the easiest way is to look at this number here, minus 3, and find the factors of minus 3. There are 2 possible answers, minus 3 times positive 1 and positive 3 and negative 1. When these 2 numbers multiply, they will give you an answer of minus 3. So the next step you're going to do, to find the factors, you add the 2 numbers together. So minus 3 plus 1 will give you a minus 2, and 3 plus negative 1 will give you a positive 2. Because the answer in the middle is negative 2, so you have to choose the factors over here. So the factors for that equation is going to be x minus 3, x plus 1 equal to 0, and when you solve it, x equals to 3 or x equals to negative 1. The second way of factorizing is what I learned in school, so that's why it's still fresh in my mind. So to do that, the equation is again x squared minus 2x minus 3 equal to 0. What I do is that you're going to find the factors of x squared and the factors of minus 3. So the x squared factors is x, and minus 3, there are 2 possible again. It's either minus 3 and plus 1 or plus 3 and minus 1. So you're going to do a trial and error and to see which is the best method and to get the answer. So we're going to try minus 3 and plus 1. So then you're going to multiply. So x times minus 3 is minus 3x. X times 1 is going to be plus 1x. And then you're going to add the 2 numbers together. So when you add the number, minus 3x plus 1x is going to be negative 2x. And that's what you get in the middle. So the answer, this is a factor, so you're going to put the bracket there. So the answer is going to be x minus 3, x plus 1 equal to 0. And again, your x equals to 3 or x equals to negative 1, which was the same in the first way. The third method, which is I think quite common in New Zealand school, is that you are going to multiply this number with that number. So 1 times minus 3, so 2 factors that multiply to give you 1 times negative 3 is negative 3, and 2 numbers that add to give you the middle number that is negative 2. So the 2 numbers that are going to add to give you is minus 3 plus 1 and minus 3 plus 1, because minus 3 times 1 is going to be negative 3. Negative 3 plus 1 is going to be negative 2. So the factors is going to be x minus 3, x plus 1 equal to 0, and the answer is going to be x equals to 3 or negative 1. So either of these methods is fine. So use the one that you are comfortable with. The next 2 methods is when you cannot factorize and you have to use another method. So if the equation cannot be factorized, then you either have to use the quadratic formula or complete the square method. So if the quadratic formula, you have the formula minus b plus minus b squared minus 4ac square root over 2a. So the job is to substitute the numbers a, b, and c into that equation. A is the coefficient of x squared, which is 1. B is the coefficient of x, which is minus 2, and c is the constant, which is minus 3. So you're going to substitute the numbers into that equation. So a, so x equals to minus b, so minus negative 2, plus minus square root of b squared, so minus 2 squared, minus 4, a is 1, and c is negative 3. And divide by 2 times 1. Then you're going to simplify that. It's going to be positive 2, because minus negative 2 is positive 2, plus minus, okay, minus 2 squared is 4, minus negative 12, because 4 times 1 times negative 3 is negative 12, and divide by 2. Then you simplify further. 2 plus minus square root of 16, because 4 minus negative 12 is 16 over 2, and now you can solve it, okay? It's going to be 2 plus minus 4 over 2, and the answer is going to be 2 plus 4 over 2, or 2 minus 4 over 2, and you simplify them further. 2 plus 4 is 6 divided by 2 is 3, or 2 minus 4 is minus 2 divided by 2 is minus 1, which is what you got in the previous example. Great. The last but not least, we are going to complete the square. Complete the square means you want to make a square on the left-hand side, perfect square. So the first thing you do, you're going to plus 3 on both sides. So you're going to be x squared minus 2x equals to 3. Then you must add a number to make it a perfect square. To add a number, you just look at the middle number here, 2. So 2, and you're going to multiply by half. So 2 times half is going to be 1, and you need to square the number. So put 1 squared onto both sides of the equation to make it a perfect square. So it's going to be x squared minus 2x plus 1 squared equals to 3 plus 1 squared. Okay, next step, you're going to make it a perfect square. Because this is a minus, so it's going to be x minus 1 squared. If you expand this, you'll get this answer. Equals to 3 plus 1 equals to 4. Next, you're going to solve it. So x minus 1 squared, you're going to x minus 1, you square root both sides, is equal to the square root of 4. When you square root of 4, the answer is going to be, x minus 1 equals to plus 2 or minus 2. Then the last step is to solve. Your x equals to 2 plus 1 is 3, or minus 2 plus 1 is negative 1. So that is how you solve a quadratic equation using the 3 different methods by factorizing. Second method is by using the quadratic formula, and the third method is by completing the square. Cheers everyone, and hope you learned something today.